Hi, welcome to my channel. Today, we're diving into the top 20 earliest automobiles ever made. I'd say buckle your seatbelt, but none of these vehicles had one. In fact, seatbelts didn't become mandatory in US cars until 1968, and it was long before you were able to like and subscribe to this video. Our countdown begins in 1901, a full 67 years before the first seatbelt law, and takes us all the way back to 1769, before the United States declared independence, when the very idea of an automobile was only beginning to take shape. So let's get started. Counting backward from the most recent to the most distant, we begin with Number 1. The Oldsmobile Curved Dash 1901, USA. One of the most significant events of 1901 was the assassination of U.S. President William McKinley. On September 6th, he was shot by anarchist Leon Czolgosz and died 8 days later. Vice President Theodore Roosevelt was then sworn in as the 26th President of the United States. Manufactured by the Olds Motor Vehicle Company, the Oldsmobile Curved Dash was the first mass-produced American automobile, predating even the Model T. Company founder Ransom Olds pioneered an early form of assembly line production using interchangeable parts. In 1901 alone, over 400 units were built. Compact and practical, the Curved Dash was priced at around $650, roughly $22,000 in today's dollars. Powered by a single-cylinder water-cooled engine producing 5 horsepower, it could reach speeds of up to 20 miles per hour. Number 2. The Daimler Victoria 1894, Germany. The early 1890s saw rapid industrialization in Germany. The country's urban industrial sector expanded quickly, and cities grew as people left rural areas for factory jobs. Introduced by Gottlieb Daimler, the Daimler Victoria was one of the first successful four-wheeled gasoline-powered cars. Earlier creations, like Carl Benz's motor wagon, had 3 wheels. The Victoria added a pivoted front axle for true steering. Its rear-mounted, single-cylinder engine produced about 1.5 horsepower and reached 9 miles per hour. Though not mass-produced, it was a milestone in automotive evolution. Daimler's work would eventually merge with Benz's. That merger formed what we have now come to know as Mercedes-Benz. Are you enjoying this journey through automotive history? My wife and I really appreciate your support. It keeps us motivated to make more videos like this. If you're enjoying it so far, give it a like and tell us in the comments which car has impressed you the most so far. Number 3. The Haynes Apperson, manufactured in the United States in 1894. In the United States, the early 1890s began with continued prosperity from the late 19th century industrial boom. However, this period was dramatically interrupted by the Panic of 1893, one of the worst economic depressions in U.S. history. On July 4, 1894, Elwood Haynes and the Apperson brothers completed one of America's first gasoline-powered cars in Kokomo, Indiana. It was a date often called the birthday of the American automobile. It had a 1-cylinder engine, tiller steering, and chain drive. Though slow, it was reliable. In 1898, they founded the Haynes Apperson Company, one of America's earliest automakers. Number 4. The Benz Velo, introduced in 1894 by Carl Benz, holds the distinction of being the world's first mass-produced automobile. Unlike Benz earlier and more complex designs, the Velo was conceived as a lightweight, simpler, and more accessible vehicle, which made it suitable for a broader market. Its engineering featured a single-cylinder 4-stroke engine with a displacement of 1,045 cc's. The engine's output was improved to as much as 3.5 horsepower at 800 RPM, allowing the car to reach top speeds of around 12 miles per hour. or about 19 kilometers per hour, a respectable pace for its era. The Velo's construction was innovative for its time, utilizing a wood frame with iron reinforcement, wire spoke wheels, and solid rubber tires, with pneumatic tires offered as an option from 1896. It featured a 3-speed transmission plus reverse, kingpin steering, and a simple but effective braking system. The vehicle's lightweight, about 280 to 320 kilograms, and compact dimensions made it practical for everyday use, and its reliability and ease of operation helped establish the automobile as a viable alternative to horse-drawn transport. We are continuing our journey through time, looking at the 20 earliest automobiles ever made, from newest to oldest. Going back 3 years further into the past, we now come to Number 5. The Duryea Motor Wagon. Built by brothers Charles and Frank Duryea in 1893, stands as a landmark in American automotive history simply because it was the first successful gasoline-powered vehicle constructed in the United States. The Duryea brothers were originally bicycle makers. One day, they purchased a used horse-drawn buggy for a whopping $70. It was a lot of money at the time. They fitted the buggy with a single-cylinder 4-horsepower gasoline engine. Their innovative design featured a friction transmission, a spray carburetor, and a low-tension ignition system, all of which were advanced for the era. The Duryea Motor Wagon's legacy includes several other firsts. It was involved in the first known American auto accident, and it served as the basis for the first American armored car. Despite the brothers' eventual split over business disagreements, their pioneering efforts laid the foundation for mass automobile production in America, and their work is commemorated in museums and automotive history events to this day.